And so across the Atlantic for round 7, the Rally Argentina and a new teammate for Carlos Sainz.
The car is there, the potential is there. We only have to find, all the things and little details, because nowadays the rallying is so tight anyway that if we find all the things together, that should be a winning car.
Kankkunen replacing Schwartz then. So to the action. Championship leader Tommi Mäkinen ran first on the road. But the big story was his teammate Richard Burns, making up for the disappointment of Portugal by leading for the first time.
40. K-right plus over crest, long. 30, medium left minus long.
I've been pushing fairly hard on the first 3 proper stages, which were quite quick, and then a little bit carefully on this one, which is a little bit tricky coming downhill.
Colin McRae had shared the lead after stage 1, but was now beginning to drop back.
Into Ford and 3 right plus. 50. 6 crest.
In fact, after stage 1, it had been a 3-way tie for the lead, Sainz one of the other 2 drivers. His teammate Kankkunen the third. To everyone's amazement, 2 Finns using English pace notes.
Left and medium right and fast left 30, long K right opens and tightens to 90 right.
In the Subaru team, Kenneth Eriksson was back after those 2 tarmac events. And Didier Auriol making his second appearance of the year in a privately run Toyota. Kankkunen was making a cautious start, but quickly settling into the new car.
50, very, very long medium right.
He and Juha Repo were 5th at the end of the day. Burns and Robert Reid had slipped back. They were 4th. Sainz and Lewis Moyer were 3rd, concerned about the damage to the front of the car.
Well, it has been a little bit of stress over the last few stages, but I'm happy we are 3rd, not so far away, and, well, what can you say?
But there was concern at Ford about those missing bumpers.
How many did you lose?
I think we've lost a total of 4 now.
How many spares have you brought?
When we started, we had a total of 6, I think, so we're up against it, really.
McRae's never finished the rally in the past, but the fastest time on the last 3 stages of the day helped him to 2nd place.
Into 3 right plus line. Into 6 right.
The rally leader, though, was Tommi Mäkinen, but the top 5 were separated by just 55 seconds.
Oikein eri. Vasen yli nyppylän 2, lyhyt vasen eri plus.
Colin did last few stages very well, and he got that little bit, and so I think tomorrow will be a big fight.
As dawn broke on day 2, that bumper story at Ford had an unexpected ending.
We found a local company in Cordoba last night who actually worked all night. They made a mould off the one remaining one that we had that was in good condition. We collected them at 6 o'clock this morning, and we fitted them here for the first service. I think if it had been England or anywhere else in the world, it would have been a different story, but I think there's so much passion here for Carlos.
A passion indeed. Sainz must just have been relieved to have been running in one piece. No such worries for McRae, who set off to catch the rally leader. That man, Tommi Mäkinen, had other ideas. He was 17 seconds quicker on the 13th stage. But Mäkinen's teammate Richard Burns was about to suffer his 2nd retirement of the year.
To crest 50, slow K right. And opens.
Richard and his co-driver Robert Reid had knocked off a rear wheel. As they struggled to repair it, their mechanics could only stand and watch, powerless to help.
Give it one more.
They did get going again, but soon stopped for good.
There was some rocks in the road, and just coming around a long tight corner, there was quite a big bang, and it must have snapped the rear arm, and now it's pulled all the drive shaft out and everything.
Kankkunen and Repo inherited 4th place as a result of Burns' misfortune, but they also fell victim to an Argentinian rock.
Oops. Long easy left.
Burns had retired with a rear wheel knocked off, Kankkunen with a front one. The two retirements took a little of the pressure off McRae. He was fastest on 4 of the day's stages.
50, slow, 3 left, line. 50, 6 left minus.
But he couldn't touch Mäkinen, quickest on 7 of the day's 10 special stages.
We were already last year very fast on this stage, and I like it. It must be my famous stage.
Finland's Markus Gronholm had made the long journey to Argentina in the car soon to be replaced, the Celica. After Burns and Kankinen had gone out, Kenneth Eriksson was the third driver to hold 4th place in just 2 stages. Sainz was third, the bumper holding, and all was well.
Yeah, I'm trying my best and the whole day trying to catch up with Colin and with Tommy, but it hasn't been possible.
Colin McRae was still second, but differential and then power steering problems meant that he'd lost a minute to the leader during the day. And that leader was still Tommi Mäkinen, now with an almost unassailable lead.
He's been going quicker all day really, apart from one stage, so there's nothing I can do about it now.
Should be enough. I know quite well those stages, and they are quite fast and soft surface. I think there's not so much to do.
Day 3, 5 final stages and an early start for drivers, co-drivers and spectators. Sainz's rally was destined to end on stage 21 with cylinder head gasket failure.
Well, what can you do? The only thing we can do is keep trying. I'm sure the team is working very, very hard to change the luck we are having at the moment and this misfortune, and I'm sure the results will come.
Gustavo Treyes finished 6th in his Mitsubishi on his way to becoming the Group N World Rally Champion. Oriol finished 5th, a good result for the old car. But even better was Markus Gronholm, a long way from his native Finland. Eriksson finished 3rd, a great boost for both championships. McRae was 2nd, glad just to finish the rally on his 3rd attempt. But Mäkinen held on to win, his 3rd victory of the year. His delighted service crew welcomed him back at the end of a punishing event. The champagne fight, though, was unequal. 2 Subaru drivers against 1 from Mitsubishi. Confirmation of the finishing positions then. Mäkinen's winning margin over a minute from McRae, Eriksson, Gronholm, Oriol and Treyes. The Drivers' World Championship had no surprises. Mäkinen now extending his lead to 6 points from McRae, with Liati and Sainz tied for 3rd place. And the Manufacturers' Championship still led by Subaru.